Test 1, 2. Test, test, test. Hello and welcome to the Deerfield High School DSI broadcast of the number 2 seed Deerfield Warriors facing off against your number 7 seed Lake Forest Scouts. I'm Nolan Zinman, your color broadcaster, here with...
And I'm Elliot Caston, the play-by-play.
Deerfield starting it off with a missed jumper.
You know, Nolan, let's just start this off with the crowd just feels different tonight. The energy, the strength, and just listen to the crowd.
I'm not too sure if you can hear us very clearly because we have hundreds, maybe more than 200 Deerfield High School students packing the student section of the Warrior Gym stands. Loose ball on the ground, jump ball. This is the 3A basketball sectional finals here. The winner will advance to the super sectional on Monday at Now Arena in Hoffman Estates at 6 p.m. And they'll be facing the winner of Wheaton Academy versus St. Francis. We got some March Madness energy here in this arena.
It's time for Lake Forest to take it up. Try and get their first points on the board. Driving in. Foul is going to be called on Deerfield.
Now Lake Forest is entering this game with a 500 record, and they have never won a sectional finals in their team's history. Their star player Mordini saying something special to be the first team in Lake Forest history to win it as Deerfield gets possession. Tonight is Lake Forest's chance to make history, while Deerfield is chasing their third ever sectional title and their first since 1997.
Deerfield now with the ball. Gonna drive in by Yellen. Pass out for three. Good! A great start for Deerfield to get the crowd going.
Jake Pollock showing his dual threat skills. Last game, this Wednesday versus Wakanda and Deerfield's big win. Pollock put up 23 points with 9 rebounds. Let's see what Lake Forest has at stake today to stop him. As Lake Forest misses a layup, here comes Nagler with the ball.
Pollock with a layup. Deerfield 5-0, great start. Lake Forest seems to be a little bit rattled by the loud Deerfield crowd right now.
Expect Jake Pollock to continue bullying in the paint tonight. Lake Forest's only stop is 6'6" junior Rory Haas. As Deerfield with some great defense, and it's their ball.
Another Lake Forest mistake to get this game started. Really seems that Lake Forest did not account for all of the energy coming from the Deerfield crowd. Tommy Donahue driving in with the ball. Lake Forest is gonna tip the ball out of bounds. Deerfield's gonna retain possession.
Now in Deerfield versus Wakanda this Wednesday, Pollock putting up 23, Nagler 18, and Donahue 16. Deerfield won 65-56. 57 of Deerfield's 65 points came from just those 3 players. Let's see what that trio has in store for us tonight, as there's Donahue on the drive. Kick out to Nagler. The midi can't get the bank to go.
Now we have Lake Forest taking it up. We have Mordini with the ball with a shot. No good. Some great hustle by Deerfield. Ball's gonna be back to Lake Forest. The crowd does not like that call. Now, Nolan, what do you think is gonna be Lake Forest's game plan coming into this one?
Well, Lake Forest's coach, Joe Penninger, while it's his first year, he's leading this team to a very successful run, and his focus is running a fast transition basketball team that scores buckets in transition and can score at any time of the game. Let's see how Deerfield's hustle kind of hard work ethic focus is going to perform tonight, as Lake Forest can't get the three to go, but it's going to stay their ball.
And the ref just overturned his own call in favor of Deerfield. Looks like Deerfield's going to get the ball after originally ruling that Lake Forest had possession.
Yeah, you can really see the home crowd bringing this energy. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Elliot, how about you?
I mean, Nolan, this game just truly feels different from any other that I've ever been to or commentated. It's truly a marvel to see. As we're driving it, Lake Forest with the ball. Mordini working in the paint. A turnover by Deerfield. Charlie Yellen's gonna take it up. For three, good! That is Evan Nagler with the three. As Deerfield crowd bursts into cheers, 8-0 Deerfield.
Timeout, Lake Forest. We will see you in 1 minute. Welcome back from that 30-second timeout as the Warriors look to keep their momentum up 8-0 in the first quarter. 3 minutes to go.
Lake Forest at the top of the key. Mordini with the ball. Good ball movement by Lake Forest, and their three is gonna go. Cameron Scroggins with the three. Tommy Donahue with the ball. Good board. That's gonna be Pollock with the layup.
I want to point out Dominique Mordini, 6'4", senior point guard. He is the guy for Lake Forest, averaging 16, 6, and 4 on the season. This is who Deerfield needs to stuff this evening if they want a chance to come out on top. They look like they're doing a great job. The crowd here with some energy. Mordini's dropped 28 and 24 in their back-to-back past playoff games over Grays Lake Central. As Deerfield gets a rebound.
Lake Forest looks clearly rattled here as Pisek just misses an open layup. Not what you want to see for Lake Forest. Looks like Evan Nagler is driving in, pass out. Tip by Lake Forest. Lake Forest has the ball. Three. No good. Looks like Deerfield's gonna slow down the ball, make sure they're still playing calm. That's a three. No good. Turnover by Deerfield. They're getting that. Whoa! The ref is gonna call an offensive foul on Deerfield. Lake Forest is going to take possession of the ball after Deerfield originally stole it, went for a layup, made the layup, but the refs called it back.
Yeah, look at that great discipline from Lake Forest defense. Deerfield fans not too happy, but that might be the kickstart Lake Forest needs as they turn it over on a great play by Donahue and Pollock on the double team. Elliot, what have you seen out of this Deerfield defense so far in the first quarter?
Nolan, right now they just seem cool, calm, and collected. When I was talking to one of the players earlier today, MJ Wilson, a layup by Deerfield. Deerfield scored 12-3. When I was talking, Nolan, to MJ Wilson, one of the players on Deerfield, he was talking about focusing on playing a very slow-paced game. That's going to be a 3 by Lake Forest right there at the top of the key. That's going to be number 30, Rory Haas. But MJ was talking mainly about just staying focused and calm, playing a slow game, not rushing, not playing to Lake Forest forte. Tommy Donahue's going to drive in and get blocked. But Deerfield, that's going to be Pollock with a layup. Some great offensive rebounding right there.
You can see Lake Forest's coach, Joe Penninger, being vocal. I mean, he's on the court, the refs telling him to get off. Obviously communicating to their star Mordini on what to do, getting double teamed. Deerfield, some great defense. They're gonna get called on a foul.
Dominic Mordini inbounding the ball. Layup is no good. Mordini with a turnaround jumper. No foul is called. That is the first quarter. Deerfield 14, Lake Forest 6.
What a spectacular quarter. The energy's high. We will see you all in 1 minute.
And we are back as Deerfield's going to inbound that ball. Looks like Max Garland is going to inbound it. Now at the top of the key, pass to Tommy. Jake Pollock in the post. The post fade is no good. Lake Forest can get that rebound. We got Mordini with the ball, passing it around. And it looks like Lake Forest is going to get that layup. That's going to be Rory Haas. Tommy Donahue with the ball.
Donahue misses the jumper, gives it to Paul, gets the offensive rebound. Something I want to point out, number 14, Drew Schnerman, 6'1", freshman, playing in this sectional finals game. It's a big job right there as Pollock can't get the dribble in. Let's see our number 14 as we speak his name, Drew Schnerman with a big steal.
Just some absolutely great playing and a lack of awareness by Lake Forest right there. As now Pollock's gonna work the post. Not able to get anything done. Gonna have to pass it out to Tommy. Pollock's now working on a drive-in. His shot is short, but Deerfield by rebound. Deerfield's gonna get the rebound right there. Chase Arnberg. Tommy Donnie with a three, no good. Deerfield's gonna get called for an over the back foul.
And something I want to point out in the last game that Lake Forest played versus St. Viator to get to the sectional finals game, it was a hard-fought game. They won 59-55 in overtime, but Lake Forest really struggled at the free throw line, shooting around 50%. That's something that can really hurt a team. And obviously, Lake Forest yet to get to the free throw line tonight, but we'll see if that affects us later on in the game.
We have a layup by Lake Forest. That's going to be number 23, James Elliott. Deerfield's now going to take that ball back up. The current score is Deerfield 14, Lake Forest 10. Some really nice ball movement by Deerfield. That layup's going to go. Looks like Evan Nagler. John White with the three, no good. Deerfield's gonna take that ball back up. Evan Nagler has it. Pass to Pollock. To guard. Pollock's gonna lose the ball, but recovered.
Something I want you all to watch out for is Charlie Yellen in the corner, number 3. And there's Donahue for the top of the key. Can't get it to go. Yellen, a sophomore for Deerfield, and a spectacular shooter. Let's see how he'll work the floor tonight.
And that was Charlie Yellen who just tipped that pass. Almost a turnover and a fast break's come of that, but it's gonna maintain Lake Forest possession. Deerfield simply just playing absolutely fantastic defense, forcing turnovers, forcing broken plays. Really working for that 6-point lead.
And I just want to point out, 6'6" freshman number 34, Zach Newman, enter the game. We now have 2 freshmen on the court for Deerfield Warriors. And they're on a double team working hard, obviously. This is a big commitment, a big step up for them. As Lake Forest can't get the 3 to go.
Rory Haas with a 3. It's good. And all of the Deerfield energy has been sucked out and given to Lake Forest. The score right now is Deerfield 16, Lake Forest 13. Tommy Donahue, the 3 is good! And the momentum is back to Deerfield. Mordini with the ball at the perimeter. He's gonna drive in. A nice play call on a cut by Lake Forest. And they're gonna get called, and they're gonna get a foul. We have Tavin Wu, number 24, on the line. First free throw is, it's gonna be good. Looks like Pollock's getting subbed back in.
While Pollock subbed in, there's no Rory Haas, 6'6", junior on the court to stop him. As the second free throw will go, they get the offensive rebound and put it back in. That's a three-point play that Deerfield should not be letting up, as the score is now 19-16, Deerfield in the lead. Here comes Yellen with the point.
Deerfield at the top of the key right now. Sherman with the three. And Deerfield's gonna get called for a foul. Lake Forest ball. You know, Nolan, it really feels like Deerfield's falling apart a bit right after letting up a rebound after a missed second free throw. Nolan, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I think it's just the hustle, effort, and the energy from the crowd is really falling down. Obviously, Pollock there called for a foul, trying to hustle for that rebound, and it's just not working for him. The energy's taken a steep fall since that early 8-0 lead from Deerfield. So let's see what Lake Forest can now do with this newfound momentum.
A nice cut by Lake Forest. They're gonna get the lead within one. Score is 19-18, Deerfield to Lake Forest. Deerfield has got to get something to go if they want to get back to their comfortable lead they had earlier. Some good ball movement. Pollock's gonna drive in.
They're gonna call a blocking foul on the floor from Lake Forest. Deerfield gonna maintain possession. 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Deerfield's gonna inbound. Ball to Tommy. Pass to Pollock. Tommy's working in the paint. His layup's no good. But a mistake by Lake Forest. Deerfield's gonna retain possession. Looks like another mistake by Lake Forest. And Rory Haas is gonna check back in. Looks like Charlie Yellen is going to be taking up the ball for Deerfield. Pass to Pollock. Nagler with the ball. Some good ball movement around the perimeter for Deerfield. Trying to find a way in.
Elliot, what do you think Lake Forest has to do to take it above and beyond and get the lead, steal the momentum, and really get up the score for them right now?
That's a great question, Nolan. Right now, this game is based on layup by Deerfield, Charlie Yellen. But circling back to that, Nolan, this game is simply based on momentum. You listen to this crowd, it is an uproar every other play as Deerfield starts chanting defense in the crowd. Deerfield's gonna get called for a foul right there. So if you're Lake Forest, Nolan, it's just about maintaining calmness. It's about not making dumb and bad plays. It's about focusing on fundamentals and getting that momentum slowly.
Yeah, obviously, I'm sure the Lake Forest players have a lot of nerves being out on this court. Hundreds of their own fans and opposing fans watching at them. High expectations as Lake Forest looking for the inbound.
Rory Haas is gonna take it up. Pass it to Mardini. Mardini looks like he's communicating to his coach a little bit, possibly running a bit of a play here. And running the time down. Current score is Deerfield 21, Lake Forest 18, and we have 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Lake Forest just trying to find a good look to end this half with a good momentum shift. Mardini has the ball.
We all know Mardini's going to be taking this final shot. Who else? Clock ticking down, 15 seconds left. Crowd getting loud. Deerfield up 3, nearing the second half. Mardini on the drive. Kick out.
3 is no good. They'll have 1.7 seconds left for a shot. Let's see if they go for anything right here. Tommy Donahue with a long inbound. Lake Forest going to go for a final shot. It's no good. That is halftime. Deerfield 21, Lake Forest 18. Folks, we have a game.
What an intensive first half here. Stay tuned. We're going to be back in 10 minutes. Start of the third quarter. Welcome back to the Deerfield Warriors Warrior Gym broadcast from DSI of the Sectional 3A basketball finals between the number 7 seed Lake Forest Scouts and number 2 seed Deerfield Warriors. Score is 21-18, Deerfield in the lead. We have 8 minutes and the third quarter is about to start. Here we go.
So far in this game, the lead scorer is going to be Evan Nagler with 9 points. Closely following is going to be Rory Haas with 8. Lake Forest with a 3. It's good. That is Tavin Wu.
Obviously, Lake Forest there coming out hot out of halftime. Really looking to cut down this lead as it's now tied from the arc. As there goes Donahue, moving the ball around to Yellen. Ball tipped around, Yellen on the drive and the floater, and he gets it to go.
Deerfield is back in the lead. That's going to be 23-21. Lots of energy by Deerfield's crowd as Mardini's going to drive in. No good. Deerfield's with a rebound.
Pollock's looking like a brick wall down there on defense in the paint. He's using his body to get ground in the paint, now going behind the arc. Nagler controlling the pace. That's some high IQ basketball in the post fadeaway. Can't get it to go. An offensive rebound and a hustle.
We have Nagler at the top of the key with the ball. Charlie Yellen now. No good with the 3. That was Chase Arnberg. Lake Forest now has possession. You know, Nolan, a little bit of a surprise here is that 3-pointers have not been a major factor in this game. Deerfield has only made 3, while Lake Forest has only made 4. Both teams shooting in the 40s in the percentile of their 3s.
And one thing I want to talk about is Deerfield has yet to get to the free throw line tonight. 0 for 0, no fouls, a missed travel calls getting the fans worked up, but great defensive play by Jake Pollock in getting the rebound. Deerfield yet to get to the free throw line, and you know how big of an impact that is, especially in intense games like the sectional finals here tonight. Pollock gets it in the paint. They're gonna call a foul on the floor before he can get the bucket. Elliot, we've seen Pollock struggle a few games this season when he's not found his groove and can't get physical in the paint. He only scored 6 points in Deerfield's regional final win against Carmel, and has been healing from an ankle injury, and is actually wearing an ankle brace tonight. You can see on his right foot. Elliot, do you think this is affecting Pollock at all? I mean, he's playing great, it looks like.
Absolutely not, Nolan. I think no matter what player you are, if you're a starter, if you're a bench, and that's, like we just said, Pollock with a layup. And if you're on the bench, you're a starter or you're a role player. It doesn't matter. You have to be a team player. That's what this is all about. So I think Pollock should be focused on just getting the team the win. Doesn't matter about your own stats if your team's losing. As Pollock with a great defense, he's going to get a block.
Yeah, Elliot, I completely agree. That's a spectacular philosophy. And Pollock in an interview earlier this season, a travel call by Lake Forest. That'll be Deerfield's ball. Pollock said after playing Wakanda, quote, "I've had more games than I would like in this last half of the season where I haven't been myself, but right now it's life or death, kill or be killed. My coach said to me before the game, believe in yourself because I do. So as soon as I get out there, I just have to go right at everybody. We win when I'm aggressive." I think that last part of the quote is what is really key here tonight. We win when I'm aggressive. Deerfield wins when Jake Pollock is working, aggressive, putting in effort on that last layup by Jake Pollock. He was fighting, getting hacked in the paint, but he's pushing through as Donahue from the arc. Bang! Bang! Deerfield with the lead, 7-up. 4 minutes left to go in the third. And it's a Lake Forest timeout. Deerfield with all the momentum. The crowd is loud. We will see you all in 1 minute.
And we are back with Lake Forest taking up the ball. Score is Deerfield 28, Lake Forest 21. Focus on Mordini. He has 0 points this game. Deerfield has been doing a great job of locking him down. Deerfield forced a turnover. Fast break. Deerfield does not capitalize, and the refs call it off Deerfield. Lake Forest is going to get the ball.
Yeah, it looks like you can see on the court Jake Pollock visibly upset that he didn't get the ball there. Obviously much bigger than Nagler, but Nagler's a shifty guy. He's able to finish, just couldn't get it to go there. Let's see if Deerfield maintains their energy. Their hustle has a bit of a defensive breakdown. Deerfield gets a bit lucky as Lake Forest missed the layup. Nagler fouled in the paint. Pollock. It's going to be an inbound, but I mean, Ellie, do you see what Lake Forest has to do? Hacking Pollock in the paint before he can get a shot off. He's a dominant force out there.
Yeah, Deerfield looks absolutely comfortable in this half so far. Dan McKendrick, Deerfield's head coach, has been doing a great job of orchestrating this defense to stay locked down and this offense to jump on anything they can. Looks like the ref's gonna call a foul on Lake Forest. Lake Forest currently has 3 team fouls to Deerfield 0. Something to keep in mind.
And something I want to point out, it's nice to see the entirety of Deerfield's team healthy except for Pollock's healing ankle. Number 12, Caleb Del Rosario on the bench is coming back from a fracture in his left knee. As Donahue from the arc, bang! Another one! Donahue is hot, he is steaming! He cannot miss, that is Donahue's 9th point of the night as Deerfield stretches the lead to 10.
And Donahue has gone hot. That is 2 3-pointers in a row. Deerfield extending their lead to 10 points. Their first double-digit lead of this entire game. Deerfield 31, Lake Forest 21. Lake Forest has nothing right now on offense. They really need something to go here. Mordini has the ball, still has 0 points. Pass to Roy Haas. Back to Mordini.
Yeah, Mordini, after dropping 28 points and forcing overtime versus St. Viator to win in the last sectionals game, to get here in the sectional finals in 24 against Grace Lake Central, it is incredibly surprising to see a big 0 on that stat sheet. Dominic Mordini is Lake Forest offense. Lake Forest offense runs through Dominic Mordini, and seeing him shut out really shows you how Deerfield is setting the tone, how Deerfield has focused their game plan for tonight's match.
And Nolan, Lake Forest crowd looks absolutely discouraged at the current production of Lake Forest team. Mordini is going to get in the paint. And his reverse layup is no good. Still has 0 on the scoreboard for him. Timeout by Deerfield. We will see you in 1 minute.
Welcome back from the timeout, and I just want to point out Deerfield's top 3 scorers, Tommy Donahue, Evan Nagler, and Jake Pollock, all have 9 points. That is 27 of Deerfield's 31 points. This almost looks like a reflection of Deerfield versus Wakanda on Wednesday when they had 57 of Deerfield's 65 points. It is clear Deerfield runs through the big 3, Donahue, Nagler, and Pollock.
That's going to be a turnover by Artenberg. A nice tip, though, to stop the fast break from scoring. Mordini was going to drive in, and he is going to draw a foul. You know, Nolan, one of the main things to look at, and which truly dictated this game, is Lake Forest having 9 turnovers to Deerfield's only 3. I think that's truly something about Dan McKendrick's coaching right there, Nolan. What do you think about that?
Obviously, it's a demonstration of Deerfield's hustle and effort as Mordini makes his first free throw, his first point of the night, actually. Deerfield's defense been on point so far, as there's a minute 26 remaining in the third quarter. Deerfield 31, Lake Forest 22. Mordini makes his second.
Now, Nolan, if you're Lake Forest coach and you're down 8 right now, what are you saying to your team at the start of fourth quarter? What are you saying to your team now? How do you think you can get past Deerfield's currently seemingly unbreakable defense that's shutting down Mordini?
I think it's purely psychological as Nagler can't get it to go. An offensive rebound by Artenberg. Bakes it in. And Deerfield is up 33-23 with less than a minute in the third. I think it's a mental game. Lake Forest needs to have the mindset of a winner's mindset, and he's fouled in the paint.
I don't know about you, Nolan, but that foul did not look like a foul to me.
Deerfield's fans obviously not happy as Haas gets to the line. Haas with 8 points on the night. Haas has been on Pollock for much of the night. Pollock has 9, so Haas not doing his best defensively as we've seen before, but Haas has now matched Pollock's 9 in the stat sheet and cutting the lead to 9 with 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Makes a second, cuts it to 8, and with 53 seconds, let's see what Deerfield has in store.
We have Nagler taking it up. 40 seconds left in the third quarter, taking his time. Now pass it to Tommy Donahue. Nagler has it again. Try and get somebody to go, but Lake Forest defense is holding up.
20 seconds, 15. Deerfield wants the last shot. McKendrick calling a play. The crowd's getting loud, Elliott.
7 seconds. Deerfield's counting down, and Tommy with a layup.
Extending the lead to 10. It's 35-25 at the end of the third quarter. Deerfield with all the momentum, all the energy. Let's see what both teams have to bring in 1 minute. And we're back, coming out of the third quarter break. Just wanted to thank Deerfield's principal, Will Dyer, athletic director, Nate Flannery, and assistant athletic director, Casey Duval, and of course, Deerfield Sports Information for today's broadcast on the Deerfield Athletics YouTube channel.
One thing I'd like to talk about is Lake Forest finding ways to the free throw line. That's been one of their main advantages this whole game. Currently 5 for 6 right now with Deerfield not getting to that line once. Deerfield is going to get called for backcourt violation, it seems. And Lake Forest is going to get possession. Currently on Lake Forest. Lake Forest going to shoot 3. It's no good. Deerfield's going to get the ball back. Right now we have John White with 1 foul, Tavin Wu with 1 foul for Lake Forest currently. But something to really pay attention to is Nagler having 3, Tommy having 1, Pollock having 2, and Chase Ardenberg having 2.
Yeah, you don't want these guys, these stars, getting into foul trouble late in the game. Usually once they get to 3 fouls, like Nagler is currently, that's when it starts to become a problem getting late in the fourth. As Donahue with the 3, can't get it to go. Nagler with the offensive rebound. That is Deerfield's 7th offensive rebound of the night. A key part of their success is their work on the offensive boards. A combination of Nagler and Pollock's work ethic and hustle. As Nagler drives in, the floater trickles in. That's a 12-point lead for Deerfield, 37-25. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left in the fourth.
Lake Forest pushing their pace. Their 3 is no good. Deerfield's getting that rebound right away. Chase Armour driving in. Another layup. Deerfield 39, Lake Forest 25. We will see you in 1 minute. And we are back. Lake Forest taking up the ball.
Right before that timeout, we were seeing a lot of that classic Joe Penninger fast pace, fast break offense as Lake Forest can't get the 3 to go. Some hustle, and they get the offensive rebound on a diving play. And a steal straight back. 14. That's Deerfield's freshman.
Drew Sherman.
And Deerfield will maintain possession. We have some fast-paced back and forth basketball from McKendrick and Pettinger. This is what we came here to see. Pollock dominating the paint. They're calling an offensive foul. Lake Forest will take possession.
Finally some energy from the Lake Forest crowd. But there's really not much to cheer about for them as they're down 14. Deerfield's gonna get called for a foul. Score is Deerfield 39, Lake Forest 25. 5 minutes, 37 seconds left.
Both Lake Forest and Deerfield not utilizing the arc too much. Lake Forest 4 for 12, Deerfield 5 for 11. As there's another miss, now 4 for 12 for Lake Forest.
You know, Nolan, I feel like we've really seen an uptick in Lake Forest and them taking threes in this final quarter. Really seems like they're starting for desperation. And Deerfield is going to get called for a foul. That's going to be on Evan Nagler, his fourth. Starting to get into foul trouble. Let's keep that in mind.
I just want to shout out our current cameraman, Tyler. You can find him at Tyler the Coaster Kid on Instagram. Doing a spectacular job here tonight. As Deerfield looking to maintain their 14-point lead with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. No one particularly in foul trouble on either team other than number 5, Evan Nagler, who's not on the court right now. As Charlie Yellen, a quick slick back move, finds Pollock underneath, fouled, and he'll get to the line for Deerfield's first free throw attempts of the night. Elliot, how have you seen Deerfield thrive without getting to the free throw line so far?
It's just about creating and making smart shots. Deerfield is not taking many threes, but they have found ways to get open, shot create, play make, pass. I'm gonna focus on Pollock's performance, Tommy's performance with his threes, Nagler's performance. It's just been absolutely fantastic for Deerfield fans. And Donahue gets a rebound of a missed free throw. Lake Forest doing some double teams, trying to force some turnovers.
Deerfield keeping it calm, looking to maintain possession here, letting the clock trickle down. Fire Dornberg in the paint, gets a reverse to go. Deerfield's lead is at 17. Lake Forest looking to push it. Fouled on the floor. That is Deerfield's second foul of the quarter. That's Deerfield's 2 fouls to Lake Forest's 1 foul. Obviously, foul trouble and free throws not really affecting the game much tonight. Lake Forest 5 for 6 from the line. Free throws have made up 20% of Lake Forest points, but they're still trailing so far behind. Let's see what Pettinger has in store for the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter for Lake Forest, and they turn over the ball. This is Deerfield's energy dominating the crowd, dominating the players.
And Lake Forest cannot get anything to go. I believe they've only had 4 points since the start of this half. Absolutely insane. Deerfield has really began to run away with this one. It's starting to go to desperation if you're Lake Forest.
Some folks I want to shout out. Deerfield's bench. Guys like Caleb Delro. A 3 can't go by Tommy Donahue. Guys like Caleb Delro, Josh Hebron, MJ Wilson, Carter Hart. As Lake Forest gets a layup to get the lead to 15. These guys on the bench who maybe don't get so much playing time, but are there as a core part of the team. Fundamental leadership, fundamental culture. Really building a winning environment there at Deerfield's basketball locker room.
Absolutely, Nolan, because what we don't think about much is everything going on behind the scenes as Pollock gets a layup. Lake Forest gonna take it up. And Pollock is gonna get called for a foul right there. That's gonna be his third. One thing Deerfield has to look out for is their foul trouble. Nagler with 4 fouls, Pollock with 3.
Obviously with 3 minutes left and a 17-point lead for Deerfield as Lake Forest gets a layup to go to cut it to 15. 3 minutes remaining. Deerfield, and especially McKendrick, is telling his players, slow it down. Keep it calm, be patient. Don't rush for any points. They have a lead. maintain discipline on defense. No silly fouls as a wide open man found in the paint, and that's a wide open layup to go.
And that's going to be Sherman with that layup. Lake Forest now taking threes. Just no good. Feels like they can't get anything to go right now.
It's looking like the visiting stands of Lake Forest. Hands are on people's heads. Faces are in their hands. They're in desperation mode now, as it doesn't look like Lake Forest has much to deal.
You're absolutely right, Nolan. Lake Forest bench looks like they are in absolute despair as Lake Forest fans left and right are starting to leave. Not a good look for Lake Forest.
In 2 minutes and 13 seconds, if Deerfield maintains their lead, they will get their third sectional title in Deerfield Warriors history, and their first in 29 years. As Donahue fighting for the ball in the fast break.
Mordini with a great layup right there. Yeah, he's gonna cut the lead down to 15.
Something I love to see. We got the Deerfield crowd shouting, screaming, clapping, "We want Ebrun!" Calling for Deerfield's Josh Ebrun. Spectacular shooter. I've played this man in gym basketball before, Elliot, and let me tell you, you leave him open on the arc, you're making a mistake. This man does not miss. He's a sniper. Let's see if McKendrick wants to get him in with a minute 45 left in the fourth, up by 15.
A bit of a mistake right there as that ball is going to fly right through Pollock's arms. We have 1 minute 40 left to play. Deerfield 46, Lake Forest 31. And it looks like Deerfield is subbing in MJ Wilson. And Ethan Weiner, as the crowd roars in applause. Let's see if any of them can make a difference. Some good defense by Deerfield. Ball will be retained by Lake Forest. Deerfield's gonna sub in. Max Garland. As the Deerfield fans start chanting, "Na na na na, hey hey, goodbye." Lake Forest can get a layup. Deerfield up by 13.
Lake Forest in desperation, defense running around. As Pollock! Oh, Pollock goes for a dunk. It trickles in, but the refs are calling it off. Grabbing on the rim for too long, offensive interference. The crowd not too happy, but Deerfield's up 13 with a minute left. I think they'll be okay.
And the crowd once again chanting, "We want Ebrun." Let's see if McKendrick will put him in for this last minute of the game. Blocked by Pollock. Deerfield is going to get that ball. Lake Forest is not happy with that. And Tyler Sale is going to check in.
Tyler Sale, while not getting so much playing time tonight, has been a fundamental key player for Deerfield this entire season. A sophomore who stepped up, at times started for the Deerfield Warriors, is now ending the sectional finals on the court.
And nothing but hugs and happiness from Deerfield's bench. A sharp contrast to the current looking of despair from Lake Forest. Lake Forest are gonna start to foul. 41.3 seconds left on the clock. Deerfield 46, Lake Forest 33. The Deerfield crowd and fans sense it.
Deerfield in pure jubilation. As number 14, that's Carter Hart subbing in the game. Number 24, correction. Carter Hart.
And Lake Forest fans standing up in applause for Lake Forest. Great performance this year. Upsetting their...
Is that, to my eyes, deceive me? Is that Josh Hebrew taking off his warm-up jersey? MJ Wilson and Josh Hebrew standing next to the scores table. Could be getting in a heartwarming moment for the Deerfield Warriors bench.
Let's see if they'll get in. 20 seconds left. And either minors can get blocked. Correction, Jack Sturzek. 10 seconds left. Ebron is coming in. Is he? Some confusion on the bench there. And Ebron checks in. MJ Wilson checks in. The crowd goes wild.
What a heartwarming moment here for Deerfield fans. 8 seconds on the clock, 46 to 43. And it's over! Deerfield are your 3A sectional basketball champions.
And we will see Deerfield in the next round for the Super Sectionals. A great game played by Deerfield, a great game played by Lake Forest. Let's applaud Lake Forest for a great season, but Deerfield is moving on.
The crowd pushing security, looking to storm the court. Deerfield advancing, as you said, Elliot, to the Super Sectional on Monday at Now Arena in Hoffman Estates, 6 p.m. Monday. They will be playing the winner of Wheaton Academy versus St. Francis. So stay tuned in. A 46 to 35, may I say, domination, hard-fought battle by the Deerfield Warriors. Key players like Jake Pollock, Evan Nagler, and Tommy Donahue keeping the score high, keeping the lead, maintaining it as the court is being stormed. Listen to the crowd taking the moment.
Deerfield definitely earned this one, Nolan. A great game and a great celebration.
Elliot, folks at home, I have nothing else to say, but this is March.
Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to our broadcast. I'm Elliot Caston.
I'm Nolan Zinman.
Signing off.